Hey, what's going on to all my gaming addicts and gamerholics? Welcome back to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast, a show all about gaming and other related news to give you that fix to ease your gaming itch. This is episode number 56, and today is January 15th, 2023. I'm your host, Trey Turpin, and in this episode, we're going to discuss today's topics, which are the Xbox Developer Direct that just got announced by Xbox and Bethesda earlier this week, as well as Ubisoft delaying once again Skull and Bones and a few more unannounced games as well. So, and there's going to be more we'll talk about as well. But of course, before we jump in, I am always accompanied by my brother Shane Turpin. What's going on, bruh?
Yes, sir, man. What's going on, bro? As always, glad to be here once again, doing what we love to do, as I say
Mhm.
every episode.
Yes, sir. Love it.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to be here, man. I'm blessed fully, and that's a fact, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm happy we're doing this episode. Like I said, on our last episode, we was really seems like the whole gaming community wanted Xbox to do some kind of showcase for their just lack of presence in 2022. So it looks like it's the ball is starting to, roll down the hill, so to speak, snowball effect. So before we go ahead and jump in and give what the people came here to listen to, we're going to go ahead and talk about what we've been playing. So, of course, bruh, go ahead and start it off. You know, what you've been playing this past week since the last time we did this.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. I know last week I said I haven't played anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
this
Please don't
week
make
is a
it two
little
weeks in a row.
this week is a little different.
Okay.
But
Okay.
don't judge me though. Don't judge me.
Okay.
Uh First of all, I finally beat The Last of Us. Finally.
Oh,
Uh
okay.
I beat that, but I beat that at like the beginning of the week. Like actually I beat that after we got done with our last podcast. And like the next
Mm.
day I played it for like 10 minutes and beat it. I was like, oh man, I was at the very end and didn't even know
Yeah.
it.
Right. Right.
But so I finally got that done. And other than that, the game I've been playing heavy, and don't judge me, is Little Nightmares. Uh,
Oh
I
no. What do you mean?
played
Don't judge you for. What do
I
you mean?
played the first one. Hey, I love the game, man. It's a great game. I beat the first one already, but I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
played the DLC or whatever it was, the expansion on it or whatever.
Yeah.
The second story, I never played that, and I haven't played the second one. And I own the first one on Xbox. I beat it already, and but my girlfriend purchased it on her Switch that I bought her for over the holidays, and so I've been playing it on there. And I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go back and play the first story, and then play the expansion part, and then play number two first. So I've been working my way through the first part, slowly but surely. Like I said, it's been a little spurts when I can play here and there, but that's mostly what I've been focusing on for real. And I'm a little excited for this Last of Us stuff coming up. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yeah. The
So
TV show dropped today.
yes, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in to that. So I hope it's good.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's all I've been up to, man.
So seems like you completed it just in time, at least the first game. Now, are you going to look into getting the second game, or first of all, what did you think? See, I'm curious because if you anyone that knows me, when I talk about The Last of Us, like it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Just give you a quick overview for the new people who might not know is that like I thought the first game was a letdown for me because
Mm,
everybody praised this game to be like the best game ever. Like that ever it even won like the best game of the generation. I want to say for PS3 and PlayStation 4. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Um so when I was like when I got my hands on it, I'm like, man, it was so hyped. I can't wait to play the best game ever. And then I played it and it just turned out to be okay, and
Hmm.
like it kind of hurt me because I thought I was expecting more. So that's just a quick version. I ain't gonna get all into it. That's a whole episode in its own. Plus, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. So I just want to ask you, because it seems like I'm the minority that thinks that, and everybody else
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
I would have to say I'm about I enjoyed the game. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna knock it. I liked it. I mean, if I had to rate it, I liked it. It would be on the higher end of the scale. I'm not gonna say it was perfect, no, but yet I
Mm-hmm.
did. But I also did know I was going into it playing another game. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
knew that. You know what I'm saying? So I already kind of knew what to expect a little bit. But the story, I'm not gonna lie, it has some moments. It definitely has some
Mm-hmm.
moments. But it also
Mm-hmm.
did have a few moments where I was like, okay, like what's going on? Like why am I still doing the same type stuff? Or you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you know what I mean? Like, but and it was a little repetitive somewhat. It was just like kind of this new area, but I'm doing pretty much the same thing in every area. I'm either sneaking around or you know what I mean, or killing the people. Like that was pretty much it. But for the most part, though, the story is what kept me locked in. That's what kept me, and I can see some people having a problem with the story, but I can also see why the story could captivate so many people because it, like, I didn't expect the story to be the way it was. Like, I was like, what, uh, oh, what, this happened? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, it kept me going, man, and I thought it was a pretty good game, man. Definitely above average. I
Okay.
wouldn't have
Okay.
gave it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have gave it an okay.
I agree. I just think pretty much the what I learned about that story, or from me telling you guys that story anyway, and what I've learned is like, I'm not down with, like, if a game gets overhyped, I immediately just start thinking bad thoughts about it. Like, I think it just hurt me, and it kind of scarred me in a way, because I was
And
super hyped the
the game
game.
was beautiful too. Like it was some scenes in that game. Like I took pictures and everything. I recorded like little
Hmm.
stuff and I played with
Yeah.
the photo camera mode and stuff and all that. And man, hey, it was. I got some great pics, some great photos out of that and whatnot. So
Definitely. Okay, that's what's up. I think
it was a
yeah,
decent game for its
that's
time and
good.
everything.
And at least you can appreciate it for that, because that's how, for me, I think I played like the remastered version on the PlayStation 4, and I want to say it was around like what had happened was, I wasn't going to go down the road, but I am. Like, I started playing it in like 2018, got about like two-thirds of the way, I want to say. No, I'm gonna just say halfway. Then, like, when I bought my PlayStation 4 Pro, I had to transfer everything over, and somehow everything got lost. So I had to replay that game again, like that whole beginning part. So,
Mm.
and it was like tedious, like you said, it's repetitive and everything like that. Like, I don't know. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. But yeah, definitely, like, I just feel like I sum it up to, I wish I would have played it when it first came out,
And
because
that
like you
wasn't the
said, it isn't
game's fault that your data got lost. That.
oh, no, but but it is the game for, if, I guess I didn't enjoy it the first run through, me definitely not enjoying it the second run through. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a game had, that's why I always, if there's a game that gets me to finish the game or complete a game or gets me to come back, that game is special to me, because a lot of games these days, including like The Last of Us, it's a drag. Like, for me to get through the game, it feels like I'm forcing myself to get to the next level type deal. Like, and I don't like that. So,
Right.
um, I'm gonna just move away from that, because like you said, I just wanted to know your opinion, and it's good.
Yeah, for sure.
I had, because I've been eyeballing it. The second game has been on sale for like $10 on the digital store. So I was thinking of
Mm.
getting it, but I told myself, even though it is only $10, I was like, I'm gonna try to knock out some of these games that are on like the premium subscription and things like that. Games that I've already bought, work on my backlog.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think
So
I got my next selected game. I'm not really sure. I've been dabbling between God of War, starting that, the new God of War, or I haven't still. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima, man. I haven't played it, but I have it downloaded. You know, it's free through all the cent or the extra or whatever. So
Yes, sir. Yeah, I
I'm
have it
definitely
downloaded.
I'm definitely taking advantage of all the extras. There's a couple games on Xbox I need to play as well, man.
No, you enjoying the P5,
Definitely.
man. Go
Nah, but
ahead.
there's definitely some games I need to enjoy on the Xbox for real. Definitely
They
some stuff I need to check out. I need to fire it back up.
I got Ghost of Tsushima downloaded as well. Just getting ready. I'm trying to beat Stray real quick. Like I feel like I'm
Mm,
close to the end, so I'm trying to knock that out before I jump into another game. I did start before like the end of the year. I did start what's that, Days Gone, that zombie game.
yeah.
I'm thinking I might just start on that to see what that's looking like, because I know it got like lukewarm reception, but a lot of people really enjoyed the game. So I want to see, what that game is about. But you know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what I've been playing so we can go ahead and get to the news. I just been stuck on that Tunic. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I talked about it last podcast, but that's all I've been playing. I was playing that Saints Row, but it was free like last weekend. And like I said, I was let down on that. So thankfully, I don't know if I'm buy it. I might buy it if it's like super duper cheap, but right now they still asking for way too much for it. And I don't think it's worth it. But I've been stuck on Tunic, man. I am really loving that game. Like that's a game that's keeping me coming back to play, to learn more. It's so like mysterious, and I just love walking around and loving that I'm figuring new things out. Like I'll find a new thing for the in-game booklet, instruction booklet. I'll find that, and it'll tell me, oh man, this is a new map to this area. Oh, it tells me what this item is used for, what I need to do next. Like just the whole mystery, and then figuring out that mystery is really a blast to me. I definitely recommend, put that, if that's something you want to play later down the road, put that in your play later category. I think you would really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take a look back at it. I attempted and I got stuck and I just couldn't figure it out. If I could have figured it out, I would have kept playing. So I
Oh,
might
okay.
have
So
to
you
definitely.
started it.
Yeah, I did start it. Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, yeah. I was like you. I started it, and I left. I started it, got far in it, or a decently enough in it. I'm like, oh man, but once you pretty much get the sword, and it's really once you get that shield, that's when things start popping off. Like, because once you get
Right,
the sword, you'll be able to cut blades of grass, and you'll be able to go in areas you weren't able to get to in the first place. So
right,
that's the
right,
number one thing. But one game that one aspect that I do love is that the fact that like there's like you'll see an area, you don't know how to get to it, then when you do get to it, you exit and you leave out of an area that you could have went that way in the first place, but you couldn't see it because the way the camera's angled, you can't see the door or whatever. So you'd be like, oh man, if I was just playing around, goofing off, and like accidentally found this, I wonder how my gameplay would have really, went about it. Like it's just crazy. Like I definitely think it's actually I'm playing it on Game Pass, but it is on PlayStation and I believe Nintendo Switch now. So I definitely give it a try, man. Like I said, it's like a Zelda mixed with a Souls type game. It's very charming, and I can't say much about it. I would love for there to be a sequel. And I'm saying that, and I haven't even finished the game yet. But I did. I'm not going to lie. I am at a part where I really want to like look up what I need to do next, but I think I'm gonna just keep like bouncing around, playing around and stuff, because I'm at this hard part right now, and it's like I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. Um, so yeah, man. Like I said, that's all I've been playing. Don't want to bore you guys to death. Just play Tunic. Trust me, you won't regret it. All right. With that being said, was there anything else you wanted to say before we start talking about what the people came here for?
Nah, man, let's get to it.
Yes, sir. All right. So we're going to go ahead and first talk about the Xbox Developer Direct that finally got announced. All right. So it looks like the day our last episode dropped was the day that Xbox decides to go ahead and announce this rumor. Well, first it was just a rumor, and then it finally came out and they announced it that Xbox and Bethesda are going to do this Developer Direct. So I have the article here, and I'm gonna just get you guys up to speed. So here it is. This is actually on xbox.com. So it says here, Xbox and Bethesda will present a developer direct on Wednesday, January 25th, providing fans with an inside look at some of the games coming to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass over the next few months. Presented by the game creators themselves from studios including Arcane Austin, Mojang Studios, Turn 10 Studios, and ZeniMax Online Studios. The developer direct will focus on big features, extended gameplay showcases, and the latest info for Xbox games launching in the next few months, including The Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall. All right. To dedicate the proper amount of time for a deep dive into Bethesda Game Studios' Starfield, a standalone show is in the works. Fans should tune in on Xbox channels and Bethesda channels at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, January 25th, to see all the latest news on The Elder Scrolls Online. Studio director Matt Firo will unveil 2023's major chapter update, including the latest regions of Tamriel to become playable in Elder Scrolls Online, as well as a major new feature coming in the game's biggest update this year. The developer direct will be immediately followed by the full standalone ESO chapter reveal event hosted by ZeniMax Online Studios, which will provide all the in-depth details ESO players will be keen to know. All right. For Forza Motorsport, the team at Turn 10 Studios have been hard at work bringing fans the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up to take advantage of Xbox Series X and S. Forza Motorsport is back, and we can't wait to share more gameplay and exciting new details. For Minecraft Legends, Mojang Studios will showcase an insider's look into the PvP multiplayer experience in Minecraft Legends, the upcoming action strategy game from the makers of Minecraft. Developed in partnership with Blackbird Interactive and launching this spring, don't miss exclusive gameplay footage at the Developer Direct. And finally, for Redfall, the minds behind Dishonored and Prey, Arcane Austin will showcase several minutes of gameplay from their upcoming first-person shooter. The developer direct will reveal single and multiplayer gameplay, showing more of how you and your friends will take down bloodthirsty vampires on this picturesque island of Redfall, Massachusetts. Fans can expect to learn more about combat customization, bosses, the open world, and more. All right. So all of this is taking place January 25th, which is a Wednesday. So Shane, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it your way here. I want to go ahead. So the big thing here before we go ahead and get started, seems like Xbox is doing a pretty good job setting expectations for this showcase. And one of the things I wanted to point out is them pretty much setting expectations on that Starfield will not be present. So what do you think about them letting us know that they're pretty much Starfield's not showing up, but there is going to be a dedicated showcase later in the future?
Great, good, good to go ahead and get that out the way. Let people know, hey, Starfield is not going to be here. Don't expect it to be. Period. And I mean
Yes.
I feel like it does deserve its own dedicated direct. You know what I mean? Definitely deserves a deep dive, especially if it's supposed to be as amazing as we all are hoping. It definitely is well deserved. So I'm very excited for that, but I'm definitely excited for this right here, man. We've been waiting on this. We were waiting on this last year, man. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
give us the gameplay. We want to know. I'm excited to see what they're gonna show us with Redfall. Like, come on, like, please let it be something different. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
ready for sure. The 25th. I'm going. I don't care if I'm working or whatever. I'm gonna be tuned in.
Yes, sir. I do think so. Like Starfield is their most ambitious game. It seems like it is the game that Xbox is focusing on this year. So they're making sure that everything, like nothing wrong, is going to come about this game. And I like that they're going to dedicate a dedicated show for Starfield specifically because, like I said, this game is going to be so huge. There's no way that you can explain everything, with other games being in the same show without it lasting probably hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
that's good. I'm glad because I'm glad they went ahead and decided to tell us that to set expectations, which is a major key. I feel like that they need to continue doing. All right. And then not only, on them setting expectations, it seems like they're doing the same thing for the games that are going to be shown. They're saying that it's pretty much these 4 games are going to be shown: The Elder Scrolls Online new update, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall. Those are the games they're going to focus on, and they also highlight what they're going to focus on for each game. So I really think that Xbox is doing a very good job about this. I want to say the big thing that I think a lot of people really want, besides gameplay, is release dates. Like, when are we going to
Hmm.
get our hands on these games? You
Actual
know,
dates, facts.
So
Not
it
just
seems like,
a month or a quarter. We want
yeah,
dates.
no, we need, like, every single one of these games need to show a date, need to have a stamp. This is when this game's coming out. Be ready. Take your day off, and spend that whole day exploring the worlds that we've prepared for you guys. So, okay, so for out of all these 4 games, which one are you actually most excited for?
Out of all these 4 games, of course, Redfall, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
and
really. I mean, of course. I
like
mean,
for them to still, it seems like they're showing support for the Elder Scrolls Online. It really makes me want to, like, jump
jump
back
back
into that
in,
world because
definitely.
I've played a little bit of it, but I don't think I've invested a lot of time. But it's
I
just so
played very
funny.
little. It was just
It,
late into the game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
so
yeah.
much was. It was so much going on. I was just like, oh man.
But I mean, like, that's the whole point. Like, we got a whole base game that we could explore into, and get lost in. And it's so crazy because I remember you, our older brother Steve, and we used to talk about, like, we used to play Oblivion. Like, man, they need to make a Elder Scrolls MMO. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to say that all the time, and then they finally do it, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's a neat idea. And, like, I've never invested any time into it at all when we were begging for
It,
something like this at one
it's
point.
it's just because we know how much time we would have to invest in a game of such. Like it would be like we know it's a lot. And as of now, I don't have the extra free time. Hopefully they'll coming soon, man. That's what we're working for here, boy. If we
Hmm.
keep doing what we're doing, turning up this content and taking care of business, keeping the people engaged, man. Keep doing what we're doing. Eventually, man, we will be full-time gamers.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a dream. You know, and then parents used to be like, "Hey, you spent too much time on the game."
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, now
Mom,
you're
it pays
making
the
something.
bills.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, baby. Keep playing your
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
playing your
Right. Yeah.
games.
Yeah. Um, So yeah, but I'm also excited for Redfall. I think Redfall, out of all these games, that's what I'm most excited for. I'm excited to see what Forza Motorsport will take advantage of the next gen hardware or current gen, what it can take advantage of the Xbox Series X. I still feel like there hasn't been a game to take full advantage of the hardware yet, and it feels like Forza Motorsport will be the game to at least give us some sort of idea, because the Forza games always take advantage. I remember that was like the showpiece for every Xbox, especially with the Xbox
Right.
One. It launched with Forza Motorsport 5, and that was like the technical showpiece. Like, look how beautiful this game looks, yada, yada, yada. I feel like this will be that stepping stone or that point for us to really know what the Xbox Series X hardware is capable of, you know. So I'm excited for that. And then Minecraft Legends, like I said, I'm just hungry for games. I want to see what all of this is offering, So, but other than that, man,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited. It should be coming. Let me see. Yeah. So remember that it's going to be on January 25th, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. All right. So is there anything else before we go
Dope.
ahead and jump into our next topic here?
Nah, man, keep it rolling.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into our next topic, which is Ubisoft delays Skull and Bones again. Now, this is something that's been making waves throughout the whole week. It kind of gave us concern on about Ubisoft. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely seems like something's going on there. They haven't been as consistent like they once were, which is kind of weird, So I'm gonna just go ahead and bring up. I have another article here, pretty much just shedding some light on the matter here. So pop that up for you. So this is an article on IGN.com. All right. And it says that Ubisoft has announced that it has, for the sixth time, delayed Skull and Bones, as well as canceled 3 more unannounced games amid major challenges in the industry: the underperformance of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope and Just Dance 2023, and upcoming restructuring. All right. So it says, Ubisoft outlined a new strategy for the remainder of its fiscal year, as well as lowered expectations for the last fiscal quarter. Ubisoft explains the move as a result of the company facing major challenges as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles. The release adds that games from this investment phase have yet to be released, while our recent launches have not performed as well as expected. Specifically, the press release later calls out Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope as underperforming in the final weeks of 2022 and early January, despite an ambitious marketing plan. Just Dance 2023 underperformed as well. In the response to these games or to these issues, Ubisoft is delaying Skull and Bones for the 6th time and is also canceling 3 unannounced projects on top of the 4 it already canceled last year. For Skull and Bones specifically, the new target looks to be early 2023-2024. Assuming this means fiscal year, the soonest we'll see Skull and Bones now will be April of 2023 and maybe as late as December. The article also states, during an emergency investor call today, this news certainly worried some investors who questioned what Ubisoft had remaining in the tank with all these delays and cancellations. They were reassured that for next fiscal year, the one that starts in April, Ubisoft has Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which was already delayed once, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was revealed last September, and other premium unannounced games, including a large one. Oh, and Skull and Bones, if that doesn't get delayed for a 7th time before then. All right. So, Shane, already know. Uh, to me, that doesn't sound like it's looking good for Ubisoft, or at least it doesn't paint a good picture. You know what I'm saying? Um, One thing I want to point out is that it's surprising that the Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope seems like it underperformed when the first game seemed like it underperformed because it was like a surprise hit. It was a sleeper hit. Like, it was a very good game that took inspiration from games like the XCOM games, which I really enjoy. Uh, but I've always noticed like that's like the only Mario game that I've seen that's been like $15 or less when it goes on sale, you know. So I guess it just I that's why I was surprised when they were coming out with a sequel. Because like I said, this game, it seems like they were just trying to get people to buy it. It was so cheap, you know, compared to the other main games that are still $60 and barely get
Right.
less than that, you know. Um, and then I go ahead. The reason why I bring that up is because the Sparks of Hope was well received. It reviewed well, great. And people, it seemed like people were excited for it, but for them to say that it was underwhelming, which kind of explains why. I actually seen this game. It's actually on sale now. I looked on GameStop for $40, but during the holiday season, it was on sale for 30. And I had it in my cart. I was actually about to buy it. I'm like, dang, this game just came out and it's $30. I'm like, yeah, I might as well go ahead and add that to the collection. But I didn't do it because I actually want to play the first one. You know what I'm saying? First. So with me throwing that out there, Shane, what do you think about, Ubisoft delaying Skull and Bones? First of all, like, are you even familiar with that game, or like, are you interested in it? You know?
No, actually, I'm not familiar with it uh, at all, really. But just from hearing everything from this article and whatnot, uh, I mean, it makes you question like what's going on, what's up, why for like what's really going on here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and when you think about it, Ubisoft, man, it was there a minute they was pumping out stuff. You know what I mean? Pumping games every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
They was pumping stuff. So it's like, what's slow? What's this? What's the cause for the slow up? What's
I don't know. And this game was supposed to come out in 2018,
whoa? And it's
and
been pushed
yeah.
back this far.
Yes. Yep. And then this is
Wow.
this is actually the closest it's been to actually being released. Like, they showed so much gameplay because it went on a hiatus, it seems like. Then they finally showed it off sometime last year, like gave a full presentation, showed us what you could do and everything, just, gave us a bunch of gameplay and actually gave us a
Mm.
date for 2023. And it looks like they
Oh,
went ahead and delayed it again. So I think it's crazy. This is pretty much a spinoff. I don't know if you remember playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but pretty much
yeah.
people love the naval combat and everything in that game, that they went ahead and was making a spinoff of it, which is Skull and Bones. And that game came out in what, 2013, Black Flag. So it's going on almost 10 years since they went ahead and tried to do this, spinoff of it, and they're still not able to they don't feel confident in releasing it. And I feel like a lot of people have lost, this game
Oh,
lost steam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for
people aren't as
sure.
excited for it anymore. I feel like, to me, like, I feel like they should just go. I forgot about it, and every time they bring it up, I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, like, a lot of people are saying, shoot, they have Sea of Thieves. Like, people really enjoy Sea of Thieves. It has a huge community, so they're going to have to do something way different to take those people away and play Skull and Bones. The only thing I see so far that is it just looks more realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it definitely seems, it does look interesting and fun, but this just concerns me. It's kind of giving me cyberpunk vibes. You know what
Oh
I'm
boy.
saying? Like, every time a game gets delayed, and it's said 6 times. This is the 6th time. It's supposed to come out
Yeah,
in
that's
2018.
wild. Six delay. Yeah, man. I feel like, especially with the Sea of Thieves already. I mean, even though its design may be a little different, the gameplay may be different. Like, what else could they really do with it?
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I would have to re-look at that video again. Like I said, this game was not on my radar. Just pretty much, you know, I I don't know. I don't know who was really waiting for this game, you know. Um, but it's just a bummer that, I feel like it's just a bad sign that they just keep delaying it. and didn't even really give us a full in-depth detail for me, excuse me, for me. And then with that being said, they canceled 3 other unannounced games. Like what were those games? I mean, I'm sure that happens all the time in the industry. People are
Yeah, for
actually,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? But they said that
But
they
what were
canceled
they?
4 last year. Yeah, exactly. Like what were they? What were they supposed to be? Good thing they said 3 unannounced games because people are dying for a new Splinter Cell, and they just started talking about they're working on a new Splinter Cell. So
Right.
it'd be
Maybe they're
butthurt
just getting
if
their
they,
ducks in a row for and focusing on the games that they feel like you know it's
yeah.
going to
In the
be their better value for them.
in the article it says that they're pretty much trying to focus on let's see, it says that facing major challenges as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles. So it seems like they're probably just going to focus on their mega brands. Like it seems
Hmm.
like Avatar, the new Avatar game that's coming out, that seems like a mega brand. And then there are long-lasting titles like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell. You know what I'm saying? That it seems like they're going to focus on those because that's what's selling these days, which kind of sucks. That I always have this thought like, dang, gaming is like mainstream now. So now the developers are focusing on the mainstream audience, instead of the people that supported them throughout the years. Like, but that's another topic, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Facts.
seems like they're just like you said, they're trying to get their ducks in a row. It seems like they see signs of things already and they're just trying to take care of it before it becomes a bigger deal. Like why waste money on such things when they could save it and pump it into mega brands and long lasting titles.
We'll see if it gets delayed again.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
If it gets
For
delayed
sure.
again, then definitely worry for sure.
Yeah,
Something's up at Ubisoft.
yeah. Big facts.
If they just don't
Um,
cancel it for real.
let me see. So it delays Skull and Bones for a 6th time. So it's not expected to come out. This game could come out as late as pretty much March 31st of next year. Right? They pushed it back. Their calendar year starts in April. So April 1st to April 1st, you know. So and then 3 unannounced games were also canceled. Um I mean, I have no idea. I know a lot of people were just worried about Ubisoft, because they were just bringing up how like they are focusing on the wrong things. Like it seems like um it was like, what did they do? They were trying to get into battle royale and create a new Recon game. It was like Ghost Recon Frontlines or something like that, and it was looking like a mix of Fortnite and PUBG, where you could call in like walls that are drop down and you can hide behind them and take out the enemy like battle royale style. That got canceled real quick because that didn't look good. Then they're working on Tom Clancy's X Defiant, which nobody asked for that game. And it's pretty much they're mashing up a bunch of Tom Clancy properties into one game, and it's kind of like a Overwatch style game where you work as a team to move one objective to another location and so on and so forth and do it that way. Like
Right.
they did that, and I haven't heard people hope that game gets canceled, but it seems like they just haven't talked much about it ever since. And then there was Prince of Persia. That game was
Hmm.
it was the pretty much the remake of the first Prince of Persia, the one that came out in 2003, The Sands of Time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a remake of that game, but when it got shown, people were like, "This looks like a PlayStation 2 game. Like, what's going? It's supposed to be a remake." You know what I'm saying? So people were like, "That was supposed to come out January of last year, but it got delayed." I guess they're pretty much going to, do everything over, make the graphics look better, everything like that. Actually take their time, because I love Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Like I think that game, like I used to love Prince of Persia, and it seems like that's how Assassin's Creed came about, was from
Right.
Prince of Persia, and it seems like they
Why
just,
remake though? Why not make a whole new game, a whole new Prince of
I
Persia,
guess
or a
they're
whole new story or something?
that would be dope. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm down for a remake just
Cause
because,
the
like,
Prince of Persia, man, that was classic, bro.
yeah, oh yeah, big the
Classic game,
all
man. I
three of the
remember,
games.
I remember when I first stumbled on them, bro. I was hooked.
Yep, me too. Me too. Just that whole thing, just wall running on the wall over here,
Right.
just rewinding everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just the story, just in general. And then like the second one, and then the third one, and then I'm surprised, like, and then they did like some off the wall one. It was like cell shaded artistic style game, which was pretty fun too, but you could never die in that game. I remember you would fall off a ledge and it would show a cut scene of your partner grabbing your arm and bringing you back up, and you just restart. Like it was like weird. Um, but yeah, like Prince of Persia, I would love for Prince of Persia to come back. Like you don't know. That's why I'm excited for a remake. Like if it's a remake of the 2003 game, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Because if that sells good, then they're not going to remake the second one. They're just going to probably spin off and continue. But I do agree though. Like I feel like they should still just do a brand new story. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to risk spending money,
Right.
create a whole new story. You know what I'm saying? You could probably still have the sands of time, but it's still something different. Yeah, man. Like so, and then that guy, and there we haven't heard anything else about it. So did they just scratch that game, or did they just scratched everything and they're starting it from ground up now? I don't know, but we'll see. You know, but with that
Yes,
being
sir.
said, man, I'm trying to think of, is there anything else with Ubisoft that's kind of off? Nah, I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt, like you pretty much said, bro. It seems like they're trying to get their ducks in a row before things get out of hand. And it's good that they went ahead and let their investors know this is what's going on. They reassured them that they still have the Avatar game coming. They still have the Assassin's Creed game coming this year. You know what I'm saying? And then they said with a few other unannounced games that are coming out, and one of them is going to be really huge. So, we'll see. But that's all I have to say about Ubisoft. Was there anything else you had to say, bruh, before
Nah, bro. That about wraps it up.
yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up today's show. All right. So all right. So I just want to go ahead and appreciate everybody for making it to the end of today's episode. Seems like it was a real quick or shorter episode than normal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hopefully, we was very informative, and you agreed with what we had to say. If not, go ahead down in the comments. Go ahead and let us know what you thought about everything. Are you excited for the Xbox and Bethesda Developers Direct? Are you finally excited to hear more news about Xbox's first party games? And then also let me know what you think about, were you a fan of Skull and Bones, or you were hyped for Skull and Bones? If you were, let me know. Give me reasons why. I would really want to know. And is this a bummer? What do you think about the delay? Another delay. Six delays now. So go ahead and let us know, man. You can go ahead and follow the Gamers Anonymous podcast on Twitter at GAMRS Anonymous. So that's Gamers Anonymous. Go ahead and follow us, man, so you can stay up to date on Twitter when we drop the latest episodes. Also, go ahead, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, which is another great way, to probably the best way to know when we drop new videos and new content as well. Also, you can go ahead and follow your boy on Twitter. That's Trey at Donnie Tress. That's DONNYTR, the number 3S. go ahead and follow me, man. I'll follow you back, man. Like I said, I talk about a lot of video games, movies. I went to go see that new Megan movie. Go ahead and check that movie out. Really love what James Wan does, and especially when he's involved in things. And not only that, Jason Blum is involved in it as well. It seems like they're doing this power, thing going on. It seems like they're trying to make a mega studio so they can go ahead and pump out a bunch of amazing horror content. I'm all for it. And then of course the NFL playoffs is going on right now. So, I'm looking to see who's going to take home that championship trophy, you know. So other than that, man, that's all I have to say about myself. Shane, where can these people find you at?
Y'all can find me. That's at Turp Tech on Twitter. That's at TURPTECH. That's at Turp Tech. Please feel free to reach out, man. And I am on all platforms as far as gaming goes. That's Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, man. And that'll be King Turp if you all would like to add me. Hey, no trolls, man. It's all fun, friendly gaming time. I don't have much time to game, so if you trying to play, I'm down for it. Hopefully soon we'll be able to bring some more short form content to you all. We're trying to hopefully maybe start ramping up, pumping out a little more content on our end, maybe doing a little better, maybe doing different types of videos and whatnot. Maybe not all just this here. But hopefully, man, this is definitely gonna be a good year for us. Like I said, man, we do this because we love to, not because we have to, and that's why we continue to do it uh, all the time, every day. That's why we do. That's what we do. So, with that being said, please let us know, whether any opinions or anything that we discussed and talked about here down in the comments. Let us know. We do comment back. We will respond back. Please believe it. We are in tune with our subscribers and the people that reach out and talk. So just reach out. Please keep continuing support. We thank y'all very, 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 very much. Even though we know we started at the bottom and we still at the bottom, but we here.
Yes, sir. Started from the bottom. Now we here. Hey, or we getting there. You know what I'm
We there. We on the
saying?
way.
Yeah, man.
We
So
on the
I just
way.
appreciate your love and support, man. If you could just go ahead and share this content to anybody you feel that will actually love this type of content. Like I said, we got big plans for this year, for everyone. So definitely stay tuned for all of that. But of course, it's been fun and it's been real. But of course, until next time, please just never stop gaming. All right.
Never.
Deuces.